Happy Halloween and good evening, everyone. I want to give you an update on what's going on with the storm system, this cold front that's going to be moving into our area tomorrow. And that front could bring in some gusty winds and maybe some showers and thunderstorms into the area. And it could be a thin line that maybe packs a little bit of a punch. Let me show you what's going on. So here's a look at our surface map right now. We have that cold front that's off to our west. That's just moving out of Iowa. That front has a long way to go. So as we look ahead into the coming 24 hours, that front will essentially be into our area around here by sometime during the middle of the day tomorrow. And that front will help to develop a few showers and thunderstorms. The severe risk for tomorrow is pretty low. It's at a level 1, but it still is something. So that's something that we're going to have to watch for, especially for southeastern Virginia, maybe parts of the eastern shore, and also into the region of northeast North Carolina and the Outer Banks. We could see some stronger thunderstorms. The main impacts, the main threat for the storms into our day tomorrow will be for the high wind gusts. It's mostly because this is a strong cold front that's going to come through. Our temperatures by Monday morning could be in the 30s. So we're dropping our temperatures from 70 to the 30s coming up within a good 12-hour span or so, and that's going to really need a lot of wind. We're going to have to push in a lot of cold air to do that. So that's what we're watching for. Here's a look at our future track. This model updates frequently throughout the day. Here's the latest. As we start our day tomorrow, we're looking at dry conditions. As we go into noon, we're still looking dry. But I want you to watch the area towards Richmond. If they have all this rain in their area at noon, we'll be looking on time for what this model suggests. If the rain isn't quite there yet, then the rain could be coming into our area a little bit later on. Now, this is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At this point, I do see rain across the peninsula. Williamsburg, Newport News, Yorktown, you could see some of that rain into your area. Also for the middle peninsula as well. We're still looking dry, though, across probably the eastern shore. I don't think you'll have rain at that point yet. But we're looking dry for the rest of the sector. Now, as we advance it by just an hour, that line goes from essentially right here to right about here. So that's what we see happen within the course of an hour. So I would estimate that this area of rain is moving at a fairly fast distance and a fairly fast speed, estimating maybe 40 miles an hour, which makes sense because this front, all it has to create is maybe a 10-mile-an-hour wind ahead of it, and then you have a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust. So there could be some strong wind gusts ahead of that. I don't see the tornado threat being too high with this type of line of rain coming in and these thunderstorms, but I'll have to watch for that as we go into the afternoon. But right now, we're looking okay, but expect some gusty winds to come in with that line as we go into the middle of the afternoon. By 5 o'clock, we're seeing clearing across the area, so a little bit of sunshine there, which will be a nice little treat before the day ends. But remember, tomorrow the sun will be setting at 5:07 p.m., so we're not going to get a lot of sunshine after the front moves through because of the time change. Now, Sunday night, we're looking at mostly clear skies. Look at the wind, though, going into Monday. It will be windy across our area. We'll have those winds out of the northwest as we go throughout our Monday, close to 20 miles an hour. Gusts will be near 30. We're watching Tropical Depression 29. This is south and west of Puerto Rico. This storm has 35-mile-an-hour winds. It'll become a tropical storm tomorrow, and it'll become a hurricane likely Monday afternoon going into Tuesday with winds close to 85 miles an hour. This is moving into Central America. By Wednesday, it starts to weaken a lot. However, we can't say that the storm is done yet. Take a look at our future track on the GFS. That storm makes its way as a hurricane towards the coastline of Central America. But once we get into later on into the week, it kind of bounces off the Central American coastline in a way. And some of the models trend it to go due north. So maybe towards Florida, maybe through Cuba. It's hard to tell right now. But we're going to have to watch for that in the long term going towards the end of next week and next weekend. So that's a long ways from now. That's what we have going on. Keep an eye on the radar tomorrow. I'll be watching that too to see if any storms want to get strong tomorrow. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can start our November fairly calm. But that's what we have. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you later.